This is Tom Duty, middle-aged American living in New Jersey near the Lincoln Tunnel. If you're to visit my website, you type Howdy Doody into Google. You'll find the correct spelling of the famous puppet. You then combine Tom Duty and a Google search for my site. In this live stream, I will demonstrate a developed skill I have gotten better at finding higher quality tweets in a trend. Tonight, the trend is New York values. It was inspired by Ted Cruz's insult of Donald Trump and Trump's defense with 9/11. Trump's defense was very much like himself. Everybody loves me, though they don't. Everyone loves New York, though they don't. This trend is showing that clearly, showing that there is a remarkable amount of support for Trump's position. In other words, Trump's saying the nation doesn't like New York, and this trend is saying the nation doesn't like New York. Of course, people are defending Trump, as the Daily News did today with Drop Dead Ted and the Lady Liberty with the flipping the bird. Was a we're insulted message, and it is running clear through this trend that the dominant opinion is in favor of Cruz. So when I say higher quality tweets, what I mean is that I look for people rather than organizations. I look for people who are identified as a person rather than some fictitious character. And I look, and this is more difficult, I look for words I can use in a profile, like a journalist or an author or a liberal or a conservative. And then I also look for the person has scripted his or her own tweet. That's where my practice in this has become useful. So I did get a like, a fellow named Anthony Zurcher. He's a Texan. He's a media pro man. He's a reporter, a journalist in D.C. and covers North America for the BBC in Britain. It is not related to my open mic trend of New York values. So in other words, I did this for about a half hour. I got no interaction. A little disappointed. And I begin again by clicking on New York trends on the New York values on the Twitter page. USA Today says New York values blows up Twitter. It really is turned into a big social media event. It is really not news. It's just an exchange between two candidates. But it seems to have triggered something bigger. I begin looking for my first tweet. First tweet, part 2. So this guy's great. His name is Josh Springer. He tweeted 57 seconds ago, and he's a tenor. It looks like in a quartet. Web guy, enthusiast, Mets fan, of course. That's 81, which is sort of when they started. Not true. So I follow Josh, and I begin my reply tweet to him. Kind of amazing to me. He got Joshua, but he did. Oh no, I deleted. No. No, I deleted part of his profile. He didn't get Joshua. He's got Joshua _ Springer. So he's Joshua Springer. Seems valid. Seems like he is named Josh, and he is the person behind this profile. And he is a tenor, Queens, web consultant man. And he is Trump's New York values. And I'm going to put I don't care. No, I'm not going to put I don't care. I'm going to put don't care. And I've already got the New York values, so I add my Google link and then my so now the tweet has my JPEG, it has my Google link, and it says tenor, Queens, web consultant man, Trump's New York values, don't care. And ciao. That tweet is gone. That was from Josh Springer, who tweeted 4 minutes ago. 67 new tweets. There we go. Just so easy to fault Trump. It's so easy to, and his campaign just seems to go in the plus direction every time he has a number of people challenging him in the negative direction. And a clever tweet, but it's a cartoon character, literally a cartoon character. From so here's someone Neanderthal, knuckle dagger, not either. Here's Ryan Arey. Yep, Ryan looks promising. Babe Ruth. Oh, okay. So this is this is great. This is exactly the kind of stuff I'm looking for. So Ryan Arey, A-R-E-Y, tweeted 2 minutes ago. So I will begin scripting Ryan's tweet. And the wide open and then close. Filmmaker, comedian, NYC man. So I click on the reply arrow again. So he is film maker. Comedian, NYC man, and Babe Ruth. As Santa. And to Ryan, that is New York values. To a lot of the country, it's homeless people urinating on the street. This trend is just full of very sad, disgusting pictures of very desperate lives on the streets of New York. The people tweeting them seem to be kind of pleased and mocking New York, and a sad situation. It's even more sad that somehow people think by tweeting those pictures it becomes their gain. It's nobody's gain. Unless something positive is done to make lives less desperate. Filmmaker, comedian, NYC man, Babe Ruth as Santa, New York values. I did my Google link, I added my JPEG, and again, this began with Ryan Arey, tweeted 3 minutes ago. Ciao. In that amount of time, we got 54 new tweets. Yeah, this person here, Jimmy James, 48 seconds ago. Absolutely true about this. My hands are calloused and gritty. Don't need more than that. I don't know why he would put that in his profile. But I don't need to know. I like it. Gritty. Cal. Oh, anyway, spelled calloused. Calloused. I was close. Gritty, calloused hands. Man. Uh, Donald. He said Donald. I'm going to say Trump's. Characters. Trump's a Democrat. Trump's a Democrat. So now I do the New York Values hashtag. And I add my Google link. And I get my JPEG. I think I'm looking at the backside of a woman. I guess she's moved. Maybe she knew that I was filming her backside. And she moved. I don't know. Twitter allows me 7 more characters. Again, Jimmy James tweeted 3 minutes ago, and I replied, gritty, callous hands, man. Trump's a Democrat. New York values. So, tweet, ciao, ciao, ciao. Now I got 46 more tweets. Listeners, on open mic, I demonstrate a developed skill. I claim I can scan a trend, look for high quality tweets. I also claim to have gotten good at it. Both my quality has gone up and for who are on Twitter rather than people on some other software that has dumped the tweet to Twitter, like New York Times or BuzzFeed. And in addition to that, I look for tweets that have been scripted, appear to have been scripted by the people behind the profile. That's where the skill comes in. Shooting Star seems to be tweeting a lot, and I decided not to use Shooting Star, but here's someone named Jay Reed. Jay Reed, why isn't your profile appearing? There it is. Make it out of the burbs. I'm on the other side, so I can say other side of the burbs, man. I hope he said enough in his tweet I can use. But his name is Jay Reed. Jay, something's got suddenly slow about my computer. Jay tweeted 59 seconds ago. He only tweeted the hashtag, so if I had seen that, I would have skipped Jay. But now I've got too much time invested in him to back off. So other side of the you are verbs man. And the only thing he tags is New York values. So that's all I will write. Oops. New York values. I add the Google link. And then a lot of people are tweeting the Daily News cover, which used Lady Liberty and the fuck you finger to speak to Ted. And The headline was "Drop Dead Ted." He has offended New Yorkers. How dare he? And the sense of this trend is consistent with that mocking tone that I have. It's people who think it's fair game to insult New Yorkers, fair game to insult Trump. And the fact that they've insulted, the fact that Cruz has insulted New Yorkers, it's sort of a tweet of celebration. I'm seeing a lot of that. Rolling around in some legit New York values tonight, okay. Writer, journalist, professional, lover of stationery. Okay. Writer, journalist, professor. Ah, great. Okay, so where is she, professor? Oh, maybe NYU. Doesn't look like it. Okay, so writer, academic, pro. I think I'm going to chance it. NYC woman. I thought I saw that in her profile, and I'm not going to check. Yeah, she's in the city. She's got Strand Bookstore. This looks like a New York woman rolling around in some legit. And I'm going to shorten that to rolling. New York values. Add my Google link. Get my JPEG. The tweet right below this one, I didn't have to scan down that far. And I picked, it's a pizza rat. A lot of people have tweeted that. Lori tweeted 3 minutes ago, and that's the one I responded to. 63 more tweets. Continues to be very active. I'll continue for about a half hour. Gets me up to about an hour total. Cool picture of Martin Luther King in New York. So this queen of liberty.com, whimsical, passionate patriot woman is all I need. This is a great one. Passion, patriot woman. People have this sense when they're passionate that they're correct. They can be passionately wrong. They don't seem to consider that an option. She is passionate, and she says Trump loves gay marriage, abortion, loves gay marriage and abortion. How about that? And hashtag New York values. Add my Google link. And I go for my JPEG. One character to spare. So this is just exactly, listeners, I claim to develop skill of being able to find high quality tweets. This is my definition of a high quality tweet. This is a woman. She's got a consistent profile. She calls herself queenofliberty.com. She's got the Constitution in her backdrop. Alexis Deacon, whimsical, passionate patriot, founder of Queens of Liberty. So everything is really consistent. And then the voice in her tweet is all very consistent with the Constitution, with the passionate patriot, her profile, her picture. She's the queen, and she criticizes Trump with the hashtag New York values. So I think many people thought when they saw New York values trending, I've read a few people that immediately thought that was in favor of, oh God, you've offended New York. And it's just not. It's in favor of anger. 20 more tweets. Yeah, so this woman, leave it alone. The only thing she says about herself is the girl. But her tweet was something that, here we go, writer, editor, creative, writer, teacher, tutor, crazy cat person. Love it. We're going to go with crazy cat person. And this is, I wish I had not claimed to have gotten better at finding high quality tweets. This is not a high quality tweet. This woman has not scripted it herself. The New York Times has. Writer, crazy cat woman. New York Times. New York Times wrote an article, an editorial this morning that said New Yorkers had united against Cruz, defending their city. We're offended. And it seemed to think it captured the nation, and it has not. This woman doesn't necessarily say that. That's why I don't know what she says. I just know that she tweeted what the New York Times said. Tweet a lot of text I don't agree with. She is tweeting the New York Times text. That's all it says. Agreement, disagreement, not clear. Probably more likely agreement than disagreement, but it's really almost a flip of the coin. 41 new tweets. This guy, let me see if he wrote his own tweet. It seems clear he did not. Okay, leaving that one alone. Guy Monzeglio, 1 minute ago. It was scripted by someone else, not the person with the profile, so I'm going to go past it. Ooh, this is awesome. Neurosis is the inability to tolerate ambiguity. So, inability to tolerate ambiguity, man. Threat not at our, I'm just going to call it the S border, BORDER. I'm going to do the New York hashtag. Oops. New York values. Add my Google link and get my JPEG. So this is a good one. This is Bill Clooney. He's got a character picture. It might be of him. Doesn't matter. I have confidence that the person behind this profile has scripted his tweet, and he does show both in the character and in the name Bill that it's masculine, so I can call him a man. And we thought the threat was on our southern border, New York values. So I write inability to tolerate ambiguity, man, which are words from this profile. Threat not on our southern border, New York values. Added my JPEG. Ciao. Now I'm going to take a minute, find out when I started this. I want to go at least a half an hour. Here it is, 6:11. Yeah, so it's a half an hour. I'll do one more and quit. Final tweet. I think I've gotten as much out of this trend as it's here. A lot of people are voicing opinions. I really sifted through a lot of them, at least an hour invested in this trend today. A lot of people are taking exception to how Trump used the 9/11 as, yeah, that happened. Remember, everyone loves us. 9/11's become like a religious experience. Award-winning filmmaker, director, writer. Oh, good. From this, it's sort of a backhanded insult, but it's very gentle and clever. This is the ambiguity man, and he's written a very OCD, repetitive weirdo man, and I mean, he's absolutely right on the spot. And he also, I mean, I could see how long ago I tweeted to him. It was probably like 3 minutes ago, which to me means that he scanned my tweets, kind of has a sense of what I'm doing, calls me OCD man. It's all just insightful and clever, and again, a backhanded insult or a gentle insult, clever insult. Very, very well done. Bravo. Bravo to the neurosis man. So that man will be my last tweet. This now, the tweet that I'm going to script will be my second last tweet. Bill Gups, become big, give him knows best. Is the young woman who is just talking about my generation. So this is a very easy one. I've got one with a little more content now that I've got a reply tweet. This is talking about my generation woman. She just says New York values. So this is a easy one, followed by a more thoughtful one. My generation woman. My generation woman. And the only thing she says is the only thing I will say, which is New York values. I add my Google link. Uh, Again, this neurosis guy in a reply tweet, he has called me an OCD man, which is like the most complimentary insult I could I could have. It really pleases me. It really shows a thoughtful, spontaneous, sincere response by this man who's able to scan a list of tweets, make some assessment, shoot back, and he's right on the spot. This that I'm doing is OCD. It's ADD. It just is. It is so. Twitter. It's not just Twitter. It's like full immersion Twitter. All right, so there goes my tweet to the my generation woman. Now I'm going to go find my new best friend. I forget what his name was, but I know neurosis. He had some quote of a famous person about what neurosis is. I hope that tweet went. Yeah, yeah. So here, very OCD, repetitive weirdo man. He calls me. I absolutely love this. His name is Bill Clooney. Neurosis is the inability to tolerate ambiguity. Oops, I just unfollowed him. To follow him. Inability. Neurosis is the inability to tolerate ambiguity. Inability to tolerate ambiguity. Man, um, so I'm going to say best from NYC. OC. He didn't capitalize OCD. That's the only. It's the only tweet composition advice I would give him. Otherwise, I love it. OCD, weirdo man. Best from New York. OCD, weirdo man. Absolutely awesome. So I got to add New York values. I got to add my Google link. So this is this when it's all said and done, I got an hour more invested in this, and this is the only feedback, only interaction I got on this trend, which is low. It's not zero, so I shouldn't complain. It's very low, but I got some very high quality, very sharp mind here with this fellow. So now I got to get my New York values, and that's it. Now, I don't do this very often, but I've decided this is the occasion for it. I do have a list that I pay closer attention to, and what do you know? This guy's. Oh, interesting. This guy has blocked me, so I take back the compliments that I gave Mr. Clever Man. He must have been serious about his insults, and he wants nothing more from me. So, Bill Clooney, I was complimentary of you. I take it back. You are a dick rider. I thought you were a little more clever, spontaneous, sincere, and you were more engaging on Twitter. I now have disrespect replacing the admiration I had for you. Bill Clooney, ciao. You said ciao first. All right, this is Tom Duty, middle-aged American living in New Jersey near the Lincoln Tunnel. If you were to visit my website, you would type Howdy Doody into Google. You'll find the correct spelling of the famous puppet. You then combine Tom Duty in a Google search for my site. Just saying goodnight from Port Authority Bus Terminal, Midtown, New York City, Manhattan, near the Lincoln Tunnel. I've been following the trend. New York values, inspired by a brief exchange between Ted Cruz and Donald Trump last night's Republican debate. Ciao, ciao, ciao. Good night.